is asking Scott, shouting as well, tell us how much Raskin is worth in your opinion, mate. No need to shout, Robbo. We can hear you just fine.
That's because, Daniel, that's because I took a wee bit of stick. I wrote a piece yesterday saying, no, I'm just watching Rangers fans are listening to them online talking about all these massive fees they were going to get in for players. No, and I seen at one point it was like 25 million for Raskin. Now, I might be miles off it, but I just don't see that with Raskin at the moment. I'm not saying he's no capable of no meriting such a high fee, but no at the moment. I mean, for me, he's been really good the last 6 months. He's got into the Belgium team, which is brilliant. That'll add real value. But Raskin, Diomande, Egerman, these boys are all good players, valuable assets to Rangers. But they've not produced yet. They've not won enough trophies. They've not done enough to go and merit these huge transfer fees. Now, listen, somebody might come in with a daft bid because he's playing with Belgium. He's got a good profile. I might be wrong. I just don't see it at the moment. And I reckon the highest bid you'd maybe get for Raskin at the moment would probably be kind of £8-10 million max for where he is at the moment. And I hope Rangers keep him. I think they should keep him. I'd be tempted to try and get him in a new... He's got 2 years left. Be tempted to try and get him in a new deal so that in a year's time, if he goes to the World Cup with Belgium and does well, it would add even more value, and then you're in a really good position to field bids and maybe make a real healthy profit on him. But no, at the moment, I just think these guys have got so much more to prove at Rangers in terms of winning silverware.
Mick, I kind of agree. I would agree with Scott. I think Raskin's a brilliant player, but
you're going to get letters, Scotty. You're going to get letters.
Look, Marcus in the comments says Rangers could fetch 12 million for Raskin, not much more than that. However, Rangers Easy OK says 25 million is high, but he's absolutely clear, miles clear of Engels, who Celtic paid £11 million for. Scott, it needs to be upwards of 15 million. Like, I'm with Scott. I think that's a bit early for Raskin that kind of money, but what do you think, Mick?
Listen, it depends. The market can surprise you sometimes, right? I don't know. Basically, I don't know. I mean, this is a guy. 6 months ago, Raskin was more chance of me getting a game for Rangers than Raskin, right? He was absolutely Siberia. And Clement had sent him way out beyond the kind of into the wilderness. So I don't know. I think he's a really neat player. I think he's got levels, and I think he can improve further again. I don't think 25 million is realistic at this point in time, because I think, especially for players that are, I mean, he's a bit more of a kind of spoiler and a kind of quietly effective player. He's not a guy picking the ball and putting the top corner from 40 yards or pinging a ball at the back post. He had a few goals towards the end of the season, which I think was good, but he's not that kind of player. So for someone leaving Scotland, they tend to be a bit more of a kind of attack-minded kind of player to get that kind of money. We don't tend to sell many guys for that kind of value who are kind of slightly more kind of technical, deeper roles. So I think, I think 25 is a bit of a pipe dream, to be honest. I don't see that coming in anytime soon. And I know he's been capped for Belgium, which is a good thing to have in his CV. But there's plenty of guys in the Belgium team right now who wouldn't cost 25 million. Just getting capped for Belgium doesn't mean you're worth 25 million straight away. It's not like a premium. As soon as you play with Belgium, you're worth 25 million quid. That's not how it works. Because there are quite a few players in that team that are not quite the same level that they were before.
No.
But I think a neat little player. I think he should stay for another year. I don't think he's reached his maximum value yet anyway. I think he should stay another year, keep performing, do well in Europe if he can. And then I think the graph hits the point where you say, right, cash in on him. At that point, we'll see what he's worth. But at this point in time, I don't think he's going to reach his peak value yet. So there's no point in cashing in on him.
AJSC Tech, Scott, because your sentiment says Rangers' problem in the market is that when they ask for 20-25 million, agents will rightfully ask what trophies they hope you deliver, which is a fair point. I mean, they're playing for a club that... Aye.
I just think you need to be to be a £25 million player in Scotland. You need to be dominating games and influencing games, impacting games with goals, assists, trophy wins. I don't think Raskin's got anywhere near that yet. No, I think he's a very good player. No, dissing him, and then he's Rangers' most
he's a really good player
asset at the moment.
Aye.
but he's still got other levels to find. And listen, a lot of Rangers fans were saying, "Oh, but Celtic get 20 million for O'Reilly, for instance." And look, they've got a point. No, I think that was probably a surprise at the time, not getting that much money for O'Reilly, given kind of where he came from. The thing about O'Reilly was he was winning trebles at Celtic. He's playing in the Champions League group stage, which Raskin isn't doing. And as Mick says, O'Reilly was, to me anyway, was influencing games by goals and assists every week. No, big goals. Now, towards the end of last season, to be fair to Raskin, he started to chip in with a few and he was getting a bit further forward and he was influencing it a bit more. He has to start this season really well, Raskin. I think he has to hit the ground running. As I say, go and dominate games of football, help Rangers win games of football and win trophies, and then you'll see that value start going up and he'll be mentioned with those kind of fees. But I just don't think he's there at the moment.
No.